What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another JUICEREACTS video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out SCP freaking Animated, which a lot of people have been talking about. Sorry, I was going to say the Vulcan again. But I was thinking about going to the Vulcan because he had a video. I wanted to actually check out the Explain series, but nothing popped up from MalO on that. And so I want to check this out. So we're going to watch out SCP Animated right now on MalO. SCP-14 or 1471 is what I should say. So we're gonna check this out right now. This one piqued my interest because everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you know, the Vulcan said that it was shameful," and I want to see what happened after that. So after this video, we might check out why it's shameful. I don't know if I can. I don't know why it is. Some of you guys told me in the comments, but if it's crazy, I'll blur it out. But we'll definitely be checking it out. So let's go dive into this right now.
It's going to be a dreary one today, and there's a high chance of rain, so make sure you grab your umbrellas on your way out the door.
It's raining outside my house right now.
Storms across Travis County, and thank God. It'll be a welcome break from the heat.
Wait, where does this take place at?
If you're one of the lucky folks who are working from home, it's going to be a perfect day for a cup of hot cocoa while you work in a bathrobe.
There's a Travis County near me, I think. Oh! Huh.
Thanks for agreeing to meet with me on such short notice. All these memories started coming back to me. Now it's hard for me to focus on work.
Of course, Will. I expected this to involve the MalO software after what you said on the phone, but you said your problems are more related to your sister, correct? Would you like to start by elaborating on that?
Well, she was the one who introduced it to me. It was a dare, I think. I mean, it's been so many years. The details are kind of fuzzy to me now.
That's all right. What parts do you remember?
Oops, it wasn't even full screen. My bad.
You might need a little background on our relationship first.
Stupid
She
me.
was my caregiver after our parents died in a car wreck. I depended on her for nearly everything, and I trusted her completely. She was only 5 years older than me, but I felt like she knew how to navigate the world much better than I did. She was lively and colorful, and brought enough light into my life to keep things from being too depressing after our parents passed. I think she spent a lot of time trying to find ways to keep me happy and entertained. That's how the whole MalO thing started. I was 16. You know how teenagers are.
Shut up, phone!
I was
Play,
moping around
damn
the
it!
house and she tried to cheer me up.
Hey, Will, check this out. I heard about this app at work today. It sends you pictures with this cute creature photoshopped in the background.
Is this in that park that you go to all the time?
Yeah, I think it uses your GPS or something so it knows what places you go to often. So far, I've gotten ones at the park, work, and that cute coffee shop by the library. Isn't she adorable?
She?
Yeah, I named her Cassandra.
Okay, well, Cassandra needs a shave.
Hey, be nice. I'm trying to share something that I'm enjoying with you. You want me to put it on your phone?
Why? It's just some furry thing that they're trying to hoax you into thinking is following you.
'Cause it's cute. Come on, you know if you showed this to your friends, they'd think it's cool too.
I guess. But you know my phone doesn't exactly have an app store like yours. How do you know it's safe?
I bet we could find it. This app seems to be getting popular. And I'm sure it's fine. My app store checks every app to make sure it's safe before peddling it. Ooh, let's make a bet out of it. If you think it's cool after having it for a few days, then you have to come shopping with me this weekend. And if you don't, then I'll take you to that one movie you've been talking about. The one with the fossils or dinosaurs or whatever.
Well, this sounds kind of lame, but sure, you got a deal.
I see. So you had apprehensions about it, but did it so you could see a movie?
Hey, if it wasn't for him,
That's true.
taking that bet would have been a good call. Or her, if you want to take Sarah's version of him. He always looked more like a male to me, but we never went to see the movie.
Because you started to realize what MalO really was?
No, Sarah did. She had downloaded about 12 hours before I did, so she went down the rabbit hole much sooner than me, and she had it much worse.
How so?
A couple days later, she pulled me out of school in the middle of the day. My education was really important to her, so I knew it had to be something serious. When I got to the front office, she just grabbed my arm, pulled me out to the parking lot, and...
Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Have you seen Cassandra anywhere other than in the pictures, Will?
No. What are you talking about? You look pale. Are you okay?
She's actually following me, Will. Yesterday, I got pictures of her, but I was in the photo too. I got a few more of them throughout the day, and I know you're going to say I'm paranoid or crazy, but just listen. I tried to delete the app, but I can't find it on my phone. It's just gone. Whoever made this used it to track us, Will. And they're here now. They're watching us. I'm positive she's near, Will.
What? How do you know?
I can see her around every corner, just out of sight. It started this morning. I woke up and I swear I saw her standing at the foot of my bed, but when I turned to look, she was gone. It's just gotten worse, Will. I don't know what to do. Oh God, don't open that. It's gotta be her. It's gotta be her. It's gotta be her.
Oh, nice.
We both really panicked after that. We rushed out the car, locked it behind us, and ran home. Then Sarah barricaded us both in the bathroom, thinking it would keep us safe.
That doesn't surprise me. It's a common reaction for people to cloister themselves away when they start seeing MalO in real life, trying to keep it out. It takes time for them to realize that it isn't bound by earthly physics or logic.
Right. That part took some getting used to. The bathroom was actually a really bad spot for me, because the way I started seeing him was in mirrors and reflective surfaces. At least the ones that are big enough to show him. I've gotten used to it since then. But eventually, I started warming up to his company. I mean, I'm fine with him now.
So that's why you say you're here because of your sister?
Well, yeah. She never got over the panic that she got from seeing Cassandra. It just got worse. She wasn't able to sleep, and she started losing weight. Her life basically turned into a walking nightmare. She wasn't at all the same person that she used to be. She barely even acknowledged my presence in the house. Thinking back on it, I'm actually surprised she was able to tough it out as long as she did before she killed herself.
Oof.
She killed herself?
Yeah. Did I forget to mention that? She killed herself about 2 weeks after the day she pulled me out of school.
Damn.
That's, unusual. Not many people have such an extreme reaction to MalO. The majority of people I've counseled about it are like you, dealing with past trauma related to it, but largely accepting that it's a part of their lives now.
I don't think she ever had a chance to get used to it. It took me weeks to get past it, and losing her made it much more difficult.
It sounds like she didn't have enough time to realize that it doesn't do any harm.
Right. He's never been malicious. In fact, I've come to think of him as a companion of sorts. He tries to talk to me in some strange, non-verbal way. I can't seem to figure out what he's saying, though.
That's also quite common. Do you think if your sister had the chance to get counseling, she would have pulled through?
That's hard to say. She wouldn't even talk to me about it after a while. And I don't think anyone could have gotten through to her.
I'm sorry, that wasn't a very professional question for me to ask.
Yeah.
It's kind of a counselor's curse to hear about other people and wish I'd had the chance to help them. Let's refocus the conversation on how it affected you.
It's alright. I'm here to talk about her too.
How would you say her death affected you? You were still quite young when it happened, correct?
If you'd call 16 young, sure. She left me enough money to get through the rest of high school. I got by.
That's good to hear. But what about how it affected you emotionally?
And I guess that's the part I still haven't really processed. So many years have gone by, and, well, I still blame myself to some degree.
Why?
I opened that text message in the car when she told me not to. If I hadn't, she might not have gone off the deep end.
There were many factors at play in that situation, Will. It's important to remember that the direct cause of her suicide was MalO, not you.
But I exposed her to it.
No, quite the opposite, actually. She was the one who recommended it to you.
But she didn't know any better.
And that's the point. Nobody does. Otherwise, this wouldn't be much of a problem for so many people.
So, just how many people have you counseled about MalO anyway?
Well, I can't really discuss other clients with you, but it's a more prevalent issue than you might think. Again, let's refocus the conversation on you, Will. I imagine you were too young to seek counseling regarding your sister's death when it happened, especially being an underage teen living alone. Could you tell me why you decided to come to me about it today?
Is he pointing up?
Will, is everything all right?
What? Oh, yeah, sorry. He was just trying to tell me something again.
You can see MalO in this room right now?
He's reflected in your window. I can never tell what he's trying to say.
What is he doing right now, if you don't mind my asking?
He's, pointing to the ceiling and shaking his head.
I've heard about a lot of MalO behaviors, but that one's new to me.
Go to the roof,
If
maybe?
neither of us can interpret it, it might be helpful for you to assign your own meaning to it, to get a sense of closure.
Well, I guess if I had to choose something, I'd like to think that he's saying that he's sorry about Sarah, but she's happy somewhere else now.
Oh, I thought something crazy was gonna happen. Is that it?
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video.
Thank you for
I
making
want to thank
it.
all our...
Thank you for making it. Ethan Snyder. I don't know why that popped out. Because Snyder is a very popular name. But anyways, that's very interesting. Okay, obviously I'm assuming if I go read the wiki and if I watch the video from Vulcan and stuff, I'll find out way, way more. But I think that's very interesting. It looked like a pretty, well, I don't know if somebody committing suicide because of it is necessarily safe. Granted, I'm still learning about the safe and all of those kind of classifications when it comes to SCP. But what I want to do now is I want to see why everybody makes a big fuss about this, and I don't know where to check it out, so I'm just going to type in SCP MalO shameful? I don't know. Okay. Just going through this fan art, which I probably can't even show you guys on here. I definitely see what everybody is talking about. Yeah, they basically, like that animated video said, it's basically just a furry, and it's a lot of over-sexualized fan arts. I had to see it for myself just because I love... You know what? I don't know if I'd consider it shameful. I mean, you're into what you're into. I'm not going to judge you for it. As long as you're not hurting somebody else or hurting yourself, whatever. Within reason, I just feel like I needed to clarify that because we're not going to get into philosophical discussions here. But this was interesting. I think it was really cool that it was like an app-based thing. I think that's a really cool SCP like idea. I will say I randomly clicked on one yesterday because I was like, okay, it seems like some of the more popular ones are like in the 3,000s and below, at least from that one video. So I was like, what if I click on a 5,000 one? And I clicked on one yesterday. Maybe it wasn't 5,000s, but it had to do with a banana. And apparently it had to be watched 24/7 and you needed to take special pills so your potassium wouldn't get destroyed. I skimmed it. I didn't read all of it. But I just wanted to get a feel of how, like, ridiculous or in-depth the articles were written. And I have to say, the writing was pretty cool. I love the way that people went in there and scratched out stuff and then had, like, an edited post right under it. I thought that was really creative. And that's what I heard a lot of people say, like, you know, those kind of things are what people enjoy about SCP because it looks like classified documents or whatever. And so I thought that was really cool. It's also something that if I ever want to write one in the future, because I am somebody that enjoys writing, I'm doing a bunch of my own projects right now, I just want to learn, like, which are the good ones, which ones are written, just so I can kind of get those ideas to see what people enjoy and stuff like that. Because I think it's also good to really know your audience when you're writing stuff, just to see what they're into. Because you could write a really amazing story, but if it doesn't fit into that universe, some people are going to be like, it's cool, but it's not part of this. It doesn't feel like SCP. And yeah, anyways, so I thought that was really interesting. This is cool. I will try to do the Exploring series next week. I just wanted to do something with MalO. They didn't have anything, and I was just like, you know, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and do that next week. We'll jump into something. I think I did suggest it on the last video that I kind of want to react to 096 just without knowing anything about it, because everybody's like, well, a lot of people do read it beforehand, so it might be an interesting perspective to see somebody that knows nothing about it reacting to the live action. So I might do that in the next video. I might react to 096 without not knowing anything about it, since that's one of the more popular ones. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting this channel, giving it that thumbs up every time these videos comes out, and of course, hitting that subscribe button. Although 93% of you are still not subscribed, but I still care about you if you're watching. But please, hit that subscribe button. If you want more Juice from the Box content, ladies and gentlemen, please go check out the Twitch. We will be streaming later today if my power doesn't keep going out because of the rain. And of course, if you want some other stuff, go check out my TikTok where I post just other random content, which I love making. But that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a good time. Have a good weekend if you're watching this on Friday. And as always, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something. But I'm a daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.